What would you say to somebody who has a partner right now that's struggling with addiction?
You can't fix them.
Yeah.
You can love them. But I guess one thing I would say, and I didn't realize, and you know my story. I know everybody knows my story, that my fiance passed from an overdose. But he had been sober and clean for a while when this happened. I always felt the responsibility of he was doing it for me, and don't ever let anybody say that they're going to get sober for you, because they need to do it for themselves.
Wow, that's really powerful. It's the truth right there.
It's the truth. Like, don't do it for me. Do it for you. And I've been in other relationships, and I'm going to stop drinking. I'm not going to drink so much for you. No, don't do that for me.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to fail. Because I'm going to fail you somehow.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have an excuse, and you're going to go right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're going to put it on me.
Yeah. And there's a whole basket of things that comes along with that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you love them, and you love them through it, and you tell them how you feel about it. Don't take it personal.
Right.
If you think that you are enabling them, you are. Because if you are, you aren't. Because there's a line. There's a boundary in that, and it's a fine line.
Yeah.
Like, am I making this okay for you to continue this behavior? And enabling it, or am I just being loving? It's so chaotic. It's so chaotic to be with somebody that's an addict, and I went through it. I didn't know anything about it. The only thing I knew about addiction or alcoholism was my grandfather, who stopped drinking when I was born. So I never saw him take a sip of alcohol. I had just heard the stories. But what I knew about recovery was, when you're in recovery, you're done.
You're recovered.
Yeah, you're recovered. And ta-da! Everything's nice, fresh, clean. You get 2 birthdays a year. Which I was a little pissed off about when I was a kid. I'm like, why don't I get 2 birthdays a year? Because I didn't know why he got 2.
That's so cute.
Yeah. Like,
no, until
I get cake, though.
I didn't know such a thing as the birthday for the sober until Jim,
Yeah.
had his. I was like,
Yep.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what I knew about it. So when Jeff would, get clean, and we called him 3-month Jeff, then we called him 6-month Jeff. So it was like every 3 months he'd fall off his wagon. Then it was every 6 months.
Yeah.
So it's not like I was with an addict that was using every day, and it was, that, but it was enough to cause a lot of destruction.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Really stressful.
And it destroyed like a lot of pieces of our life, and continued. And he tried so hard to be better. And I can't help but feel like he continued because I enabled it, because he knew I almost feel like, because I always threatened him, and he had too. When I'm like, I'm not doing this. This is not happening. I'm done. But I always came back. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's almost a test. They'll test your boundary to see how far they can take it, and if you really mean it.
Well, they're not 100% in control of themselves. There's something driving them that's larger.
He always said, there's a monkey on my back.
Yeah.
And I can't get rid of it.
Yeah.
And not that I can fully understand that, but we talked about it we talked about it a lot. And his struggle was real. And we were in the Bible every day. Wow. Going through scripture that was going to help him. And I'm trying to remember the chapter of the Bible that they had him read. But it was because he had to do like a verse or a chapter in a book a day, and it equaled a month. So anyway,
yeah,
it might come to me later, but I would sit with him and we would read that. And it did help him. Like, God helped him, but
yeah. And
he had faith. And I loved that.
But nobody's perfect, and we all have our moments. So
he was not. He was pretty damn close, though.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry I had to go through that. And I thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing I've heard about when you're in an addiction relationship is to lean into yourself rather than worrying about what is tearing them apart and how it's destroying your family or your life. Look internally, work on yourself, and continue to work on yourself. And I thought that was really good advice.
Yes, that's excellent advice. Easier said than done.
And
that is not where it starts.
No, I'm sure.
You have to go through a lot of wreckage and a lot before you can actually, kind of get there, I think. But you don't have to. But you know what? I learned just through life lessons. Like, you can tell me all kinds of things, but I'm not going to learn until, like I said, that willful child. I'm like, let her fly a little bit and fall and tumble, because otherwise she's just not going to do it. It doesn't go away. The same thing's happening.
Yeah.
I needed to fall and tumble through that,
She needs a little bit of the shockwave.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
At what point are you able to forgive yourself when you're going through something, but the outcome's not quite what you expected it to be?
It's kind of like tapping into that last part that we just kind of talked about.
You think so? It's tapping into that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, even though you didn't really have anything to do with it, there's a lot of guilt. I could have done something different. I could have done something better. I could have stopped this.
But you can't. You're not in control.
No, you can't.
No.
But you feel like you should have, especially in the beginning stages of your grief.
I'm sure.
I have some years on me and it doesn't go away. Never. So don't let anybody ever tell you that grief will ever go away and that there's a time frame. You grieve how you grieve. There's the 5 stages and it flip-flops back and forth. It's never like stage 1, stage 2, stage 2. It does not. You go stage 1, stage 5, stage 2, stage 1, back to 5, back to 3. Like it's kind of all over the board, and it never leaves your loss, your sadness, any of your grief. It never goes away. It does. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It gets easier to tolerate and handle in your day-to-day life.
You almost get comfortable with the feeling versus
not even comfortable with the feeling, because you always have it. I don't know if comfort is a word, the word for it.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Bad choice.
It's tolerable is the word. Like you don't let it dictate your every move of moment, because it did dictate me for several years, after, and how I behaved and just escape. Yeah, just being Kelly, doing Kelly stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. Healing.
Yes, healing.
Maybe a little
and healing in a self-destructive way sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually just talking about that. So Jim and I have a saying, the whole throwing yourself against the wall. Mm-hmm. And it's something that, I mean, you can literally almost see somebody, and when they're going through something, you can tell when someone's going through something hard, because they're just living harder.
You do.
They're living harder.
You live harder. You go at it stronger. And
we call it throwing yourself against the wall, because my concept behind that is that you're trying to feel something, so it's just that whole jump up and throw yourself against the wall. You're just trying to am I alive?
Other than the pain that you're already feeling. You want to go numb that. So you do something else destructive that can maybe have a bigger impact than how that is feeling right now. Because you don't care what it is. You're not looking for joy and happiness and I'm going to Disneyland and I'm going to feel good today. Yeah. You're looking for anything that can distract you and take that pain away. And pain you ever get like a shot? Like when I go get my blood work done, I put my fingernail in my finger. So it distracts me from this.
Smart.
Well, I thought everybody maybe did that. Thank you very much. I'll take it. I'll take the compliment. But I will distract myself from something else going on. If I'm in pain, I will always do something to distract myself from what is taking over.
Where do you think you learned that?
I have no idea.
That's a big one.
I have no idea.
That's a coping skill.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I've had to cope a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need coping skills,
Well-
Mindy. Come on.
Well, they say you can only feel one pain thing at a time. And so like if you're having, I don't know that that's even true.
Yeah,
but-
your mind, your brain does something.
So you distract it by doing that. You know,
yeah,
that's
I
pretty
go,
cool. And that's
I do it right now. Like, and that's all I can feel right now because I'm not. But I mean, you obviously feel that, but because your mind will go there, and you have to take your mind somewhere else, like to this.
Yeah,
you know.
I know.
But we do that emotionally.
Yeah.
And mentally all the time. And that's kind of the topic, what we were talking about. You go take it somewhere else so you don't have to concentrate on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did some pretty self-destructive things during that time.
Yeah. We all do.
Yeah.
That's why we're here sitting in this chair.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely not perfect.
No.
I'm not the perfect little princess you see here today.
No. Yeah. No.
I was pretty bad. Yeah.
Well,
And I feel bad because I hurt a lot of people along the way in my self-destructive path, but
well, I guess.
I made my apologies. Hey, you signed up for it.
Sorry.
Chris is not there. And I said, no, sorry. No, I've given my apologies. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe that too.
it wasn't on purpose. It wasn't, I wasn't setting out to do that. It was just where I was in,
Life.
I warned you. I forewarned you. I'm not in a good space. I just didn't know where that space would lead.
Yeah.
You know, to pain.
Yeah. I think that's fair. And, you know, you're growing, you're learning, you don't always understand. Even if you understand, you don't know how to get around it.
Yeah.
Perhaps as a younger person.
You just don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah. But stay the course. You know, anybody out there that's dealing with somebody that has an addiction problem or is an alcoholic, just kind of stay your course and get your own ducks in a row. It is not your fault. You know, if you feel like you're enabling them, you might be.
Yeah.
But you don't control the behavior either.
Yeah.
So, and you have a choice to make. You either be around it or you choose not to be, you know.
Yeah. I super appreciate you talking on that.
Yeah.
I know it's a really sensitive subject and I don't even like to ask you to go there, but it's such an important one because especially I don't even want to say especially right now. We all think it's a worse time or better time for drugs and whatever you're struggling with, but it's happening.
Yeah.
And it's big and someone's going through this right now. And I appreciate you for being that light for someone else. I love you.
I love you.